Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today we are going to be putting to the test and lip swatching the new Eldridge Rouge Experience lipsticks. These are her holiday release and I am beyond excited to try these out. So hopefully that sounds interesting to you guys. If it does, go ahead and do the YouTubey things like subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. I've just zoomed you guys in 4K, no filters, and everything all of the lipsticks that I use today will be linked in the description box down below for you guys. It is an affiliate link though, so if you shop through it, thank you so much. This eye look, by the way, and this look is actually look number 3 in my Natasha Denona 3 looks using the Roxa palette. So that one will probably be up after this video. Before we do the lip swatches, just the quick details. This is the new Eldridge Rouge Experience lipstick. So this, wow, she has outdone herself again. She really has. I'm gonna link Eldridge's launch video of these lipsticks down below because there is nothing like hearing Eldridge talk about one of her new releases and like one of the products that she's personally designed, because you can feel the intense love and passion that she has behind creating her products, plus the expertise. So definitely watch her talk about her product more so than even me, because she is like the queen of it, you know what I mean? But I do find it valuable looking at especially lip swatches on other skin tones, because I always personally find like whatever the lipstick shade looks like on her website and even in her launch videos, I usually find on me they look very different. So hopefully this is helpful. This is the bullet right here that you can, or like the packaging of the main lipstick, and it comes with like the beautiful LE logo at the top here, and then on the bottom on her website you can choose to add your initials at the bottom if you want to. I didn't, just because I didn't want to slow down actually getting my order. And then this is actually refillable, so you can pull this lipstick out and refill it with either another shade or different shades. So I actually picked up one shade with the full packaging, and then I picked up 3 other shades just in the refill format, just because it was a little bit cheaper, to be honest, and I was like, I can just chop and change them. So this is also the refill packaging, and it still has a little lid with Lisa's logo and then the shade number on the bottom. All of the materials that these are made out of is completely recyclable, which I believe is why it's taken Lisa. So she was supposed to release this holiday collection last year, and I believe it's because the packaging and wanting to make it completely recyclable as well that has taken it so long. Like she said, I think it's taken like 5 years for this to launch, which is kind of crazy. She also designed this compact off of her vintage makeup collection. So Lisa Eldridge has a huge like makeup collection that vintage makeup collection throughout all of the years. She's even got like an original Audrey Hepburn lipstick and everything. Like if you haven't looked at she has a video where she shows some pieces from her vintage collection. She also has a makeup history series on BBC, but I'm pretty sure it's also on her YouTube channel. And if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it, because it's really interesting learning about like all of the pieces and like the packaging that makeup used to come in back in the day and all that kind of stuff. And that's what was the inspiration for this. And this is hefty. Like this feels like a little bit like a paperweight. It's absolutely so luxe. I really feel like this will stand the test of time. It is absolutely beautiful. There are 8 shades that she has released in this launch, and she has already said that she plans on releasing more shades with this formula and this setup. The lipstick with the full packaging is £49, and then the refills are £25. So that's why I just picked up the refills for the other shades. You know, 2 for 1 kind of thing. She also describes the formula of these lipsticks as halfway between the True Velvets and the Luxuriously Lucent formulas. So the True Velvets are they're a matte but a hydrating matte, very opaque formula, and the Luxuriously Lucents are they're still an opaque formula but not as opaque as what the True Velvets are, and they're also a very satin feeling lipstick, a very hydrating feeling lipstick, so the wear time is a lot shorter than the True Velvets. So when she was creating these, she talks about how she wanted to create a refillable lipstick in a formula that was something you wanted to wear all day, every day, very comfortable on the lips, and something that you would actually use up. So she's really put a lot of thought into into this formula, and I'm very excited to try it because I personally really love all of her lipstick formulas. I think the Luxuriously Lucent formula for me on the everyday is absolutely beautiful. I love the True Velvet and even the Insanely Saturateds because they're very, very long wearing. They're actually more long wearing on me than even a liquid lip. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. She also mentions in her launch video that the finish is like a soft sheen finish, so not like a full glossy kind of juiced up lip, but also not a full matte. And she talks about how it's supposed to feel like a soft, almost like lip balm type feel on the lips. I picked up 4 shades, which you were going to see the swatches of in a second, but I picked up Simone, Ashes of Roses, Romy, and Ribbons. So I'm going to swipe into just the swatches of the lipsticks, and then we are going to put them to the lip. One thing I was really happy about just even looking at the swatches of these lipsticks is they don't seem to be too pink or coral leaning. I do find a lot of the times Lisa's lipsticks lean really quite like pink or rosy or mauvey, and I am more of like a brown cool tone, like neutral wearer. So swatching these, they kind of give that vibe. And I know she said a lot of the like requests she had been getting was for more cool tone lipsticks as well. So I am very excited to put these on my lips and see what they look like. She also said you don't need to use a lip liner with these, but obviously you can if you want to. So I will put them on without a lip liner just so that we can see how they go. So the first shade I'm going to try is Simone, and I'm really hoping this is like my perfect everyday kind of brown color. She also said you can like use this point of the lipstick to almost like use it like a lip liner. What do you think? I think it's quite pretty. It reminds me a little bit of Makeup by Mario Bronx Baby. This one right here, Bronx Baby, from his satin lipsticks. That's what this reminds me of a bit. Let me just do a comparison swatch. But this one's a little bit lighter. So that one's Bronx Baby and that one's the Lisa Eldridge Simone. At the end of the lip swatches as well, I'll also insert a screenshot of every single Lisa Eldridge lipstick that I have in the formulas against each other, just so you guys can see the comparisons and just so you can also like cross-check any of the shades that you might want to see as similar or anything. So this one is Simone, and the initial feeling is it feels incredibly lightweight on the lips. Like I don't feel like I'm actually wearing any lipstick at all. I also am not tasting any fragrance, or I'm not having a weird chemical taste in my lips, which I'm quite sensitive to that normally. It was very easy to put on without a lip liner. I would still use a lip liner, but if you didn't want to, it was very easy to put on as well. And I like the shade. I think the shade's actually quite pretty. If I had my one request, I would want a shade like this, but ever so slightly lighter again. But I do think this is quite pretty actually. And it's definitely not that ultra satiny finish, but also not a matte finish. It doesn't like give me butthole lips or anything. All right, initially, I'm really liking the way this feels. And I like the shade Simone, so let's go ahead and try the next shade. Okay, so the next shade we're gonna try is 183 Ashes of Roses. I think this is pretty. This isn't the kind of shade I would wear a lot. I'll be honest, it's a little bit too brown, I think, for me personally. I think if you were a medium skin tone, this would look a lot nicer. I think for me this is just a bit too deep and a little bit too of like a ruddy undertone to it. I don't know if that makes sense. Feels lovely and everything's still applied really lovely, but for me personally, this isn't like a shade that I would wear a lot. I might see if my mum would vibe with this shade. I feel like this is a good shade for my mum. But that's obviously a personal preference thing. Next up we have 184 Romy or Romy. I like this one. I really like this one. This one is like, not so much with the eyes, maybe it's the eye makeup that's throwing me off a little bit, but actually even with these eyes, it's like a nice cool tone brown with a slight mauve undertone is how I would personally describe it. I don't know if that's what it is supposed to look like, but that's just what I'm vibing or thinking when I'm looking at it. But I do really like this. I like that it's a touch lighter as well. And I think even this one in like, so Simone on like the outer portions of the lips with Romy in through the middle, I think that would look absolutely stunning. Truly, I really like Romy. What do you guys think? Also, I personally think a lip liner would go better with, like, make these easier to apply. They are a formula that you can like kind of put on in the dark. They're going to look lovely. They're a little bit more opaque than like her Luxuriously Lucent, for example, well, some of the shades of them. And so I just think a lip liner is going to make it look a little bit more polished, but that's also a personal preference thing. Last but not least, we have Ribbon. Ribbon's probably going to look a little bit weird with this eye look, but that's okay. We're going to try it on. So I'm going to try it without a lip liner, but I always recommend, regardless of what red you're using, I do recommend a lip liner just because it's one of those kind of shades that's like really going to be noticeable if it's outside of the lines. Oh, I like that. God, they feel like nothing on the lips. They really do feel like a lip balm, and none of these have had an awkward taste if you're sensitive to that like me. That's a really nice lip color, isn't it? That is a really pretty lip color. Oh, I like that. I think I like this ribbon color more than the True Velvet. The True Velvet one's a little bit deeper. I like how this one's a little bit brighter. This one is like the True Velvet and True Velvet Ribbon and Strawberry Shock kind of like mixed together in a like more satinish formula. I like this one. This one's beautiful. I mean, I like the others too, but like I really like this red. They feel stunning on the lips too. They really feel lightweight and beautiful on the lips. All right, I am going to take this one off because it doesn't exactly go with the whole vibe. And I'm going to pop a lip liner on. I'm going to put Lisa Eldridge Zero and Sculpt lip liner on, and then I'm going to put Simone on the outer part and Romy on the center, like I said before, that I think would look good. And then I will show you guys, I'll do the speed through of me applying that, and then I will kind of zoom out a little bit and wrap this up with my thoughts. All right, my friends, this is the final lip look with those shades. My lip liner was 1N, by the way, not 0N, sorry. All right, I am going to have on the screen right here how this wore. My estimation is this will be more long wearing than the Luxuriously Lucent, but definitely nowhere near as long wearing as the True Velvets, just from the feel of them. I do think this is going to be one that you need to reapply, but I think it'll hold up for a few hours before you have to reapply it, which is quite lovely. I really like these. These are the lightest weight lipsticks I have put on my lips, truly. And actually, they feel like a little bit like the Westman Atelier Lip Suedes, but not as matte feeling. So you know how the lip suedes, if you've tried them, have almost like a slight powdery matte feeling? They don't have that at all. These just feel like a straight lip balm, but they also kind of feel like super, super lightweight and airy like those. So I really, really like the feel of these. I like the shades. I like that they're a lot more brownie toned, and I really loved that ribbon shade. I think Ashes of Roses was lovely. It was just not my kind of a personal preference of shade, but I'm excited to see like what she will do with her shade range of this, because this seems like a nice lipstick. I think I will get a lot of wear out of this. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you picked any of these up? Are you eyeing them off? I really am interested in hearing what you guys think of this launch from Lisa. If you've made it this far, you know you're an absolute legend. Thank you so, so much. I truly appreciate you. Extra special shout out to my Lily absolute legends and all my channel members here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, and I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.